this has kind of hit us all kind of industries in a way that we have very kind of few leverage to go out and say charge something extra from from the consumer or a customer from that point of view. Whatever incremental savings or kind of optimization we have to do, everything has to come from within the system, to make it more robust and sustainable. So what we are doing, kind of, and what we see, in our kind of industry, how we can make sure that we optimize more on resources. So there are few line items. For example, I will start with the overarching impact on automation of systems. So what we kind of started looking at very initial part of the lockdown is how we can use our current kind of team of engineers to work in this lockdown to make sure that they put their energies on making every system automated in the kind of scheme of things. So that really kind of helps them put their energies on something which was not really possible in the normal business hours, business days, because everyone is more focused on market products, customer demands, and everything. So that is one, and that kind of automation really puts a great control on effectiveness as well as the accuracy of the systems. And maybe in a scheme of things, when you go along and the automation starts working perfectly, then we can say, okay, now we have kind of people who are available to be deployed in different roles, right? So from that example, you actually save on an incremental hiring point of view also, going deeper in the year, right? So that's one example for that. Second, from a group synergies point of view, so for example, we have different companies all across India doing different kind of businesses. So we immediately started looking into what kind of group synergies we can attain, wherein one entity can leverage from the other companies' resources, and vice versa, right? So that's another example from that point of view. Third, like Mr. Jagannathan pointed out, uh, all the real estate, whatever we have across Indian locations, everyone was kind of wondering whether we really need that kind of real estate, or we should start looking at optimizing it, because this kind of lockdown and work from home culture is going to stay, right? It's not as if everyone will start coming back and with full capacity going forward. So I think that's another very very important aspect in the costing side of the P&L. Going further, I think what we also started looking at, which there I think you also mentioned, looking at major fixed costs. For example, starting with the cloud cost, right? The cloud cost for a company like us is the very big part of the costing structure. So we really started looking and talking to the guys, and there are multiple options available, in the industry, and everyone is kind of right now in a war to get more logged in user, right?
Right.
So from that point of view, getting a cloud storage negotiated at a very deep discount, that's really possible in today's time, right?
Right.
And you can really negotiate hard with global companies,
Right.
right? So I think that's another aspect. And again,
Sure.
things like, say, all the AMCs we have, all the fixed cost, etc., whatever, wherever we can dive down deeper and see how we can optimize, by weeding out any kind of inefficiencies or something which was not put attention to. I think
Right.
that's a very very major part of it. Second part, which is more related to the liquidity management, I think from a liquidity part, we know the markets are bad. In earlier times, you could put money, idle money, into mutual funds and various instruments, NCDs and bonds, to get better rate. These days, all those rates have kind of dived nose down, and you never know, which kind of instrument is safer for your organization to think of,
Right.
right? I think from that point of view, any good return on your idle cash sitting on your balance sheet is, I think, the second aspect which you have to think through very very wisely. We have seen examples of banks going bad, big banks like, the names, right? So
Yeah.
uh, I think from that aspect, that part is also very, very kind of important to look at. That any interest income or any dividend income, whatever you can call it, coming and aiding your total EBITDA, on a quarterly or annual basis. How do we maintain that part very, very efficiently and don't let that impact the overall P&L? That's also a very key aspect to look at that.
So first and foremost
Sure.
is that there are two fears out in the market. One is, of course, the pandemic coronavirus, which is actually creating a panic across the globe. And also the second one is the related aspect is the economy downturn. So which is what is actually making us force actually, which is forcing us actually to rethink about what kind of strategies we should implement in our organizations to take this organization forward. May not be at the same pace as we were doing earlier, but maybe with some kind of a positive growth if we can actually achieve at least in this financial year, and then we can maybe look for another kind of a rate of growth maybe next year. So what we have been doing, and because as I said earlier, all the aspects of cost reduction, which is the point and at this point in time to discuss, like the zero-based budgeting, increasing the efficiency and productivity, all those sort of things are being done, and in all organizations, and they are taking care. And the liquidity is cash is the king, liquidity is the foremost, and most of the organizations shut down not because of the higher expenses, but because of the liquidity problems. So we have to actually make sure, and let me just first take up the liquidity aspect of it, that how do we monetize the non-core assets and create liquidity in the system by way of maybe faster realization of our receivables, taking some kind of emergency line of credits from banks. So those are the kind of strategies we should think of while to create liquidity in the system so that we can sustain over a longer period of time, because most of the companies have actually lost complete revenue, at least during the month of April. And we have all started seeing some revenue flow from May onwards. And we do not know at what point in time in future, again, this may happen that may have to shut down completely, maybe for another week or 10 days or 15 days. So that is very uncertain and unforeseen kind of a thing.
Sure.
So scenario analysis definitely is very important. Cost control is again important from the point of view of maximizing the profitability in the given circumstances. And then the monetization and creation of liquidity is another. In addition to this, I would like to also say that because now the pie itself has become very small compared to what it used to be earlier, and it will take time for all the organizations, all the sectors to actually revive back maybe in another 7-8 months time or maybe 12 months time. So the rating agencies all across have been targeting that there will be a growth minus actually of about 5%, 4% or whatever. We
Right.
should increasing the revenue would also lead to some kind of a percentage overheads reduction. It may not be in
Correct.
absolute terms, of course, but for absolute terms reduction, we are focusing on each and every aspect of the cost, and we are going through the zero-based budgeting, what is needed in the organization actually to sustain it in a better manner. How do we actually cut down the cost, renegotiation cost on, let's say, the various godowns, various offices, resizing the staff across the organization, and also deferment of a capital expenditure. So these are some of the aspects. So I am of the view that we should also think of increasing the revenue for the organization, of course. That is one aspect. And the second aspect is the reduction. So both put together, and because sometimes this happens is that the raw material costs are also very low because there is a low demand for the raw material component. So the lower raw material cost will also lead to some increase in the margin, expansion of
Sure.
margin. So these are some of the things, and the most important thing I would again agree with my fellow panelists is that the liquidity is the most important aspect. Even if, let's say, the expense is not still managed, maybe
Right.
half a percent or 0.25% contribution could come in immediately, but the liquidity aspect must be there. And these strategies have already been utilized and have been in use for various years, for many, many years actually. So the important thing is that we should expedite the implementation of the cost control measures and strategies.